Dear students, now we are coming back to the homework and we're ready to look at question number 3 and 4. Question number 3 is not an easy question and you really need to be careful when you're doing it. So please be careful. Let's read it together. Iliana wants to purchase a laptop computer for school. The table below shows the prices of the different models that she is considering to purchase. Use the information in the table to answer question 3 and 4. So this is our table, model A, B, C, D, and their corresponding prices. Let's see what number 3 is asking. She wants to spend no more than $700. If she rounds the cost of each model to the nearest 10, which of the computers could she afford to purchase? So one very important thing is we're rounding to the 10th unit. And also, the price of the computer after rounding can't be more than 700. So it needs to be 700 or less. Okay? 700 or less. It can't be more than that. So the first thing I would do is I would round each of these four numbers to the nearest 10. So the first number is 668. If I was rounding to the nearest 10 digit, I simply know that if I was rounding up and I was rounding down, I get two different answers, right? Going up, I would have 670. And if I was rounding down, this would be 660. That's the range you have when you're rounding. You can't have any other possibility when you run into the 10th unit except 670 or 660. Some of you might be wondering, why is that? This is so because when you're rounding to the 10th unit, we're looking at the ones place. And the ones place will indicate whether we're going to add one to the 10th unit or take one, or keep it the same. So if we add one, we will get 670. If we keep everything the same, the ones place will round down to 0. You have 660. So that's your only two choices. Now let's take a look at the number on the ones place, which is 8. 8 is bigger than 4. Therefore, we're going to go up. And that would lead us to 670. So 668 rounding to the 10th place would be $670. How about the second number? 698. We would look at the 10th place again, which is the number 9. Okay? And if we're going to round, we can either round up to 700 or 690. Now, why is that so again? Because when you're rounding up, you can either add 1 to the 10th place, because we're rounding to the 10th place, or you're going to keep the number 9 constant and put whatever's on the ones place, drop it down to 0. So you can either go to 700 or 690. In this instance, the number on the ones place is an 8. So we know 8 is bigger than 4, therefore we go up. And we're going to pick 700 instead of 690. So 698 rounds up to 700. How about 709? Remember, if the 10th place is a 0, you either keep it the same, which is 700, or you go up by 1, 710. Now, we have a 9 on the ones place, which is bigger than 4. Therefore, we go up, and we're going to pick 710. Okay, that's what we get for laptop C. And laptop D is $705. Again, the 10th unit is a 0. If we keep it the same, it'll just be 700 because we're going to round down the ones place to 0. If we go up by 1, it would be 710 again. We're looking at the ones place, which in this case is a 5, which is still bigger than 4. So we go up, and we're going to pick 710 again. So if we are rounding each of these laptops to the 10th unit, we would get 670 for laptop A, 700 for B, 710 for C, and D. She wants to spend no more than $700. So in this instance, we only have A and B. So the answer here is A. Okay, A. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is a very interesting question. It says, Iliana says that all of the model cost the same when rounded to the nearest hundred. Is she correct? Explain your answer. Okay, there are two parts to this question. First is she correct? And then the second part is explain your answer. You must do both. So let's take a look at these 4 computers again. If we're rounding them to the nearest hundred, 668, right? We're looking at the 100th place. So we'll either keep it the same, which is going to be 600, or we're going to go up by 1, 700. We're looking at the 10th place, which is a 6. 6 is bigger than 4, therefore we go up and pick 700. Laptop B, 698. If we're rounding this up or down, if we go down, it's going to be 600 again. Remember, we're going to keep the 6 on the 100th place the same. The 10th and the 10th and the 1's place both become zeros. And then if we go up, 6 plus 1 is 7, it would be 700. So the 10th place here is a 9. 9 is way bigger than 4. We go up, and we're going to pick 700. Okay, so far so good. They're the same. Let's look at 709. 709, if we're going to keep it the same, it would be 700, because we're running to the 100th unit. If we're going to go up, it would be 800. Okay, we're looking at the 10th place, which is a 0. 0 is smaller than 4. Therefore, we round down and pick 700 as our answer. Let's take a look at the last one, $705. We're looking at the 100th place, so if we keep it the same, it'd be 700. If we go up by 1, it would be 800. So if this is a 0 and 0 is smaller than 4, we go down. We're going to round down. The answer here would be 700. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 700s, right? So is she correct? Since they're all 700, yes, you would say yes. She is correct. Because, you have to say because. Why? Because it says explain, okay? If you explain, if you don't explain, you won't get full credit. Yes, she is correct because all 4 laptop rounds to 700. And that's how you do number 3 and 4.